Hello, MyRemoteDesk, a complete workspace integrated platform. So this project is made by me, Narender Keswani, and my with group mates, PRATHAMESH and CHINMAY VYAPARI, and our project mentor was Amaya Parkar. And this project is from the West College, Vivekananda Institute of Technology, Mumbai. So what is the problem statement of the this project? As we know, the COVID-19 is increasing day by day. Now it is not increasing, but it is increasing day by day. So the all organizations were are shifted to online mode, that is remote, and all employees used to do the work from their home. But the problem is that the organization do not know, or they can't predict whether the employees is doing this work properly or not, as in office, in the home. So our system is used to predict, or used to tell about the employee whether it is productive or it is not. So not only that, the monitoring part is there in the system, there is also another parts are there, such as project management, video conferencing, attendance management, leave management systems are also there. So how it works? So for web application, we have used Django as a framework and a Python as a backend, and all these are connected to MySQL database. And for desktop app, we have use Electron JS JavaScript, and for video config we have used Node.js. So first one is a employee management system. So there will be the basic things are there. There are two use cases: organization and the employee. In organization, first organization is used to register, and after registering, it is completely based on the on the email activities, like if you want to forget password or change password or anything. And it has the use cases such as organization can add, view, update, delete employees of their organization, and organization can have, and the employer will have the separate dashboard. Organization can create notices or the blocks to notify the employees, such as any activities there which used to notify to all the employees of the organization, such as festivals or any important notice. Next is the employee monitoring. So the main heart of the system is employee monitoring. So how it works? So firstly, the employees added by the organization, then there will be the desktop app where which the employee can log in into the system. After logging the system, there will be the button of monitoring. Once it starts monitoring, the employee will start mark the attendance in the start the monitoring system. So it the the code or the system will track the usage of the apps and website which is used by the employee. Also, there is a screenshot monitoring. The screenshot monitoring, it is on the interval of 10 seconds. The desktop screen is captured and it is sent to the database in the format of base64, and it is displayed to the organization, respective organization. Power monitoring is simple, such as I can give example for the if you power on your laptop or your desktop, or you give the power from your electricity to the laptop, or your power off. So all these states or the events which are tracked and sent to the organization. So how we are calculating the productivity of employee? So for that, every organization have their own apps and usages. For example, a software development company mostly uses the programming language or ID such as Python, Java, Eclipse, or VS Code, etc. So this is organization will make their own data set, such as software development add their IDs, programming languages, or any other things, and it will tell the system these are the productive apps and these are the unproductive apps, and if both are not there, then it will be in the undefined data set, in the category of undefined. For example, if for Facebook, for example of Facebook and Instagram, it will be unproductive for the organization of software development, but it will be productive for the digital marketing company. For that, so there will be the separate databases for separate companies, and it will defined by respective organization on the base of data set. And we use the using the fuzzy wuzzy library, NLP based library, which used to check the similarity between the data set of the strings, or that is characters within and the apps and the webs track uses compared, and on the base of that we will define whether this app or website it is productive or unproductive, or it is undefined. After this analysis is done, we also show the charts whether the for example an employee's work for the 8 hours in a day or to 2 hours, how much time it is was productive or how much it was unproductive and undefined. For example, he or she has used the VS code and it is productive. She has used for 4 hours, so it will be marked as 4 hours, and he or she has used the Instagram or Facebook for half an hour. So all that chart or pie chart will be made and it is shown to the organization. And also we are also showing that app and track usage pie chart. Also, we are now making a leaderboard which employee is more productive than other. There will be the ranking of list which shows the this employee is doing productive work, and also not only the productive based on the app and the web track usage. We are also tracking web track usage on the basis of the attendance, leaves, and also the in the project management part, whether the if the employee is submitting the task on the time. If it is late, it will be marked as unproductive. On that factors, we are determining the productivity of the employee. Next comes the project management system. So every organization is required an project management system. Organization can create the projects boards according to the requirements. So organization can assign and unassign the employee from that project. Organization can create create and assign task to the employees whenever the assign or unassign is done or any creation is done. All these activities email will be notified to the employee from the organization by the organization. So organization can use to check the progress of the project on their dashboard. Organization can check the giant chart, how much the progress is done of the project and which tasks are remaining and which tasks are done or uh, on depend upon the dashboard. And on every project email will be notified, and employee can also can check the project's boards task, and also when the task is completed, the employee can mark that task as completed, and it will be notified to the organization. Next comes the part of attendance and leave management. So attendance is simple, like whenever employee logins to desktop app, there will be a button of the start monitoring. So whenever it starts the monitoring, first the attendance will be logged into the system when they start, and it log outs from the system or stops the monitoring, that log will be sent to the organization. So now log will contain the entry of login time, that is the clock in time or the clock out time, log out time, location of employee where it is working, we can call it as GPS tracking, also the IP address. Organization can check the attendance log of every employee with date filter, on which date how much the employee has logged in at which time and log out at which time. So it can be now happen employee want to apply for the leave, so our system provides the facility, then employee can apply from the dashboard for particular reason he or she want for the apply for the leave. So organization based on the organization policies, organization can approve or reject the leave request of the employee, and organization can see how many employees are on the leave. Group video conferencing system. Organization can create a video meeting for specific group project. Based on the group project, all the employees which are belonging that to the group project will be notified by the email. Employee can join the meeting link from that from the dashboard of employee and organization can turn on off video or audio. This is the basic feature such as Zoom or Google Meet provides. Employee and organization can share both the screens. Employee organization can both chat in meeting, and it will be session based, it will not store in the database. Employee and organization can also record the meetings and download it, but it meeting only, they are also on the session where they are not stored on any cloud or any database. So the system is there, which what is the uniqueness of the system? The uniqueness of the system is that the complete the system has the all the features of different types of system, such as monitoring, project management, attendance management, and the leave management, and the video configuration. So the organization or employee do not want to, so they don't have to go to other system. For example, if we want to use software management, project management tool, so we use Jira example. And for video conferencing, we use the tools such as uh, uh, Google Meet or Zoom meeting, depends upon the organization requirement. So on the one system, all the features are provided with the with the employee monitoring system too. So what are the advantage and disadvantage of system? So first one, it is boost employee productivity for the organization, as employee will have the fear that it is tracked. The employee will be more productive than the other than other things, evaluating the employee performance. So as we are providing the statistics and the which employee is more productive, so it will help the organization to give promotions or any things to the employees on based on the performance. What work integrated platform, so all the features are integrated on one platform, so organization has don't do, will not go to the any other platform. Manage remote work efficiently for the remote organizations will be very more helpful for to tracking the employees. Disadvantages for tracking any employee, we need the power supply and the internet, uh, and also for the organization, privacy concerns will be there definitely, because every activity is tracked by the system. And if employee have doing any other such activities which also be tracked, and employee can feel unsecure about that. Server failure, if the data is more or any on the load on the system of the server, then the server can be fail. For one thing I want to add that the for using we are using base 64 for the storing the image of screenshot. Other than, we can use also the cloud. We are using as a demo, but it is recommended to use the cloud or any uh, other ways of storing the images. Not recommend to use the base 64. So now let's see the demo of the project or the system. So I have currently logged in into the system of at the employee site. First I showed you the index page of that complete system. So this is a index page or the home page of the system. Also, all the activities which are shown on the dashboard that logs, you can download in PDF or CSV format. So this is a contact us page. It's loading, where anyone can for example, anyone wants this system, we are giving example. So he or may she can enter his detail and send that message to the admins. uh, and next is the FAQ page. What are the frequently asked questions of the system? So now on the organization part, I will show you. You can create the add the employee. I am not showing the demo of that login, register, and forget password because these are the basic and common modules of any system. So now employee was added. So so I have added Bhavna Keswani as an employee. The email ID and the password will be sent to respective email ID. So you can see that name, the email ID, password, organization from where the all the activities will be shown to the all the sorry username and sorry the email and the password will be sent to the employee. So now if anyone's want to view and edit the employees according to its requirement organization, so you can see that the active status from 4 to become 5. So now these all are the employees of this particular organization. So if anyone want to view the all the details of that particular or of a particular employee, the organization can view that, like email address, password, total number of tasks which are there completed, pending, assigned projects, etc. Also one can update and delete this the employees. I am not showing these demos because these are the very journal, and if anyone's want to print the all the list of the employees which are working inside the organization or the company, even you can download in CSV, Excel and PDF format respectively. One can view the attendance of any employee. So when it was login, log out, IP address and longitude and longitude of that, and how much him or she has worked for the system. Also one can uh, the organization can approve or reject the leave request. For example, now one request is pending, so I can approve or reject and there will be the update button, so it will be updated for particular reason. depends upon the organization. For monitoring, we can view the logs of the system of the employee particularly. So in which we the system will provide the names of the all the organizations. So there are 5 employees. So I am selecting my name Narender Keswani and the date of that particular which I want to view that logs. For example, I want to view the logs of 2nd April. So now these are the logs, like what the things are used by the employee at that time. So with the timestamp, all the things will be shown to the organization of particular employee. So now what are the details view logs? It will show how much particular that log is used by the employee. Selecting same date. So now you can see that the timing of this system, right? How much this particular URL is used. These are all in the format of seconds. So 70 seconds is used this, and this mail.google.com is used for 26 seconds and other etc. And more is used gigs.org. So you can also do in ascending order, descending order, and now you can also print PDF, Excel, CSV, and copy these logs. So now there is a screenshot monitoring. So we will see check the what are the logs there. It will take time because we are storing in the database as a base 64 format, which is not recommended. As a demo of the project, we have stored all the logs inside the MySQL as base 64 as a string. You can use any cloud platform for storing all the logs. So you can see that the logs with the timestamp all will be stored inside the database, and we can be viewed by the user. And these all the logs are made on interval of 10 seconds. Power monitoring logs. So these are the basically states of the power of your desktop or the laptop. So no records are found, so we will change the date. So on the data one, there are the logs are stored. So like the system is going to sleep or the system is resuming, or whenever the charging is done by the user or the employee, also that also is stored. And whenever it is using on the battery, it also stored. So it can be helpful whenever the employees can make the excuses like we don't have the power supply or we are only the low battery or any other specific reason, the organization can catch them. These are only the employee monitoring features. So now first I will show the productivity of the how we are calculating and how we are adding the data set. So now we have already added the productivity. First we check that what the data set we have created for the organization. Google is unproductive, Facebook is unproductive, Python is productive, Spotify is unproductive. So we have used different data sets. Now we are adding more. For example, Python Py is more productive. We will add as productive. Use of Snapchat will be unproductive. Also, Gmail will be productive. Localhost can also be productive because the employee will be working on any project. So you can see that it was added successfully. So one can also delete that. I am not showing that of that demo. Checking employee productivity. So for example, on the date of second, we will check the productivity. So you can see that we have marked the google.com as unproductive. It's unproductive, and localhost we have marked productive. So that all the things which mark as will be productive and which are not defined, so it will be defined as undefined. So how much time is spent by the employee and how much time was productive and how much it was unproductive and how much it is undefined. Undefined, it depends upon the data set that is defined with the organization. The more the data or the more the entries will be there, it will be very helpful for the system to predict what is the who is the more productive or unproductive. So this is a pie chart which shows how much productivity is there, how much unproductivity is there of the apps. Like 118 apps are productive, 27 are unproductive. So monitoring pie chart, basically we it shows the how much which apps are used with how much times, like 70, and how much its contribution, like each of these more used 29.82%. So the employee, the organization can check the according to their requirement. This is a dynamic and interactive pie chart. Also the organization can check the productivity of check the ranking based on the productivity uh, of the employees, the total employees. So it will show who will be the is more productive based on the factors of the use of actually we have the more data of me than others. We have not uh, given more data to the system, so it was very difficult for us to like to show you the bar chart. So if the more data is there, so we can surely can show that who is more productive on the employee ranking. It will show the employee ranking. So now one can create the projects. Organization can create the projects. For example, COVID-19 tracker description, coronavirus, COVID-19. Project is created successfully. We can view that projects which are created by the organization. One can also delete that projects if are not required, but deleting the projects also delete the complete task and the employees of that system. Also we can assign the employees to the projects. Also we can unassign. So firstly we will select the project name. Using ajax we are fetching the employee names. So now for example I want to assign Narender Keswani as in this project, so we will assign that. So you can see that the employee is assigned to the successfully to the project. Even I have got the mail that I am has been assigned to the project. If you I am another case only, you are assigned to project COVID. Then check on the my remote desk. Organization can also create the boards like maintenance. So all that boards are there. So one can also delete that board if it is not required by your, but that all the tasks of that related board will be deleted. So for example, now I have to check the projects and their tasks project wise. So I will simply click on view task and all the tasks of that particular project will be viewed, will be shown to the organization. And this is a giant chart which shows like which is the task as what is a priority, how much tasks are there total, how much completed, how much pending, and which pending tasks are there, and which are the completed, all in which now all the tasks are shown, that all the 10 tasks, and which particular board is involved and which project is there. All the things will be shown to the user at assigned date, what was the deadline date. Also if the organization want, can from here only can update and delete that particular task. So now the task was updated. So in view task, you can see that task 11 integration of dialog flow is updated, and one can also delete that task. You can also view the task according to the board wise, like of that particular board, if you and if anyone want to view that particular task. So that these three tasks are there belonging to this board. So we now go to task overview. It shows all the tasks of all the projects and all the boards. You can filter also. So for example, to do board has these three tasks, and what is the status and what are the description, all the things will be shown to the organization. So this board says nothing and don't have any tasks, so they are null or blank. One can also can create a task. For example, create COVID-19 API with REST API in Spring. Priority, for example, medium. Selecting the project COVID-19 tracker, on which board you want, like for example to do, on based employee names are fetched using Ajax. So like that particular all the that only employee will be shown which is belonging to that project, not all the employees will be shown. Of assigned date will be today's date, and deadline date I will assign as 17. So creating the task. The task was created successfully. So this is a mail for first we have updated the task, that task 11, and now we have created a task. So there was another mail which is telling that the task is created, create COVID-19 API description, create REST API in Spring, priority and what are the deadline, and log into your system to get the more information from my remote desk. So there is a notices. So in which or which notices are there, in which can organization can update and delete. Now we are creating a test notice. Wishing him happy Ram Navami. notice was created successfully. A mail also will be there, and also it will shown to the dashboard of the employee. The organized permission new notice title wishing you happy Ram Navami. Check on my remote desk. So now I will show you the notices. So it is showing wishing you happy Ram Navami in the description of that notice. Also, the employee can check his or her profile. The data is entered, but it can be updatable and deleted by only organization. Like we have recently added COVID-19 record, it also showing that. So deleting and updating notices same. So I am skipping that part. So now the next part is of the meeting. So I can create the meeting or I can view, update and delete the meeting. So for meeting apps, I am directly joining the meeting because creating, updating and deleting is again a CRUD operation which is simple. For example, now I want to join this meeting. I can join this meeting. It will ask the permissions for the video and the audio. I am now turning off, and same in the on the organization panel. So so there is a problem that uh, the meetings are based only the based of the group or project groups. So I have joined that meeting which is belonging to another group, that is Friday Web Stand Up, but I have logged into another using employee which is belonging to this project, mini project requirement analysis. So I am joining this meeting. So it shows two employees, one employee and one organization. Employee can also share the screen. So now the screen is sharing. So you can see that the screen is which is shared. Also one can chat. Good morning, I am sending this message. You can see that the message will be viewed by the organization. This is a name and this will be a unique ID is created by the system for the uh, differentiate to every employee in the organization. One can also record the meeting, like record the screen. The screen will be recorded. Anyone can record in the employee and organization both, but it will be is downloading only in the that session only. So I am now stopping. So now it is giving me the option of that download that recording. So I am now downloading, and also I can view this recording. So as the screen was blank, and sorry, this is the monitor. So it shows the all the recording of the screen. Okay, so I am now closing the meet. And there is also basic features like turning on or off the audio and the video. One can report the problems for the system and can change the password. So reporting problem is simple, like if any feature as the any problem can be shown to the admin or reported to the admin. Okay, so this message will be as I am only admin, so it will notify to me that there is one new inquiry, and user can also change the password or password. This is a basic feature, so I am skipping this part. Same in this also. So now next part is to show the applying the leaves. So your request is high priority, reason is XYZ, leave starting from from tomorrow, and you require 5 days leave, creating the leave request. So leave was created successfully. So now the organization can leave and approve or reject the leave. This 5 days. So start date from is tomorrow, as the same, it is this like a same. So start date is tomorrow. So I approve the, for example, now I am approving it, so I will update it. So it will be updated. Leave request approved successfully. So now the organization, sorry, now employee can view the leaves, like which are created, which are assigned, which are rejected, and which are approved. Employee can also check the attendance. login, logout time, and all that things. So the employee can also see the logs because we have to keep the transparency between the organization and the employees. So these are the logs. Same as detail app logs, screen logs, same as that only. And also the productivity check is also same, but in which the only organization that only employee can check himself, and which in projects overview the employee can check the projects and can view the tasks which are assigned to him. So the giant chart will be shown that only of that particular employee project task only. Not all the tasks will be shown of other, because we have to keep this by the organization only, that all is shown, or only some tasks are, only that particular task are shown to the employee. Task overview, which shows the which tasks are completed or which are pending by all the tasks of that employee. Of particular board to do testing, deployment, check new board or server development. And even in this task, once the task is completed by the employee, so he or she can mark as completed, and it cannot be undone. So there is a button as mark as completed. It will mark the task as completed. So now monitoring is same, so I am skipping that part also. And there is a logout which is very simple. So now I am showing the desktop app, in which we can can anyone can log in the system by email ID and the password. So enter email and password if is this null is there, and if it is not proper, invalid login can occur. And it also shows please include the proper email ID. Now I am trying with the my login ID. I am restarting the app. It is not immediate response. So it's saying invalid login. Now I am entering the proper details. So now it logged into the desktop app. It's working slow because I am using the OBS for the video recording. So giving the response is slow. The system will work properly. So when I can mark the attendance and start the monitoring, so a prompt will come. Do you want to start monitoring? Because it is very important to maintain the employer privacy. We can't directly start the monitoring. First, we have to take the permission. So if it is cancelled, it will be cancelled, and if otherwise the employee when is ready for the work, then start the monitoring. Now it will be start. If the response is low, now okay. So now all the logs are recorded and are sent to the database. This animation described that, and once your work is done, so we can stop the monitoring part. So this was the demo of the desktop app. Thank you. This was the complete My Remote Desk complete workspace integrated platform system. Thank you.